This sucks.
Who are you people? Those red cloaks.
No way.
Ninetail is down! Communication lost with Kunmi!
Impossible! What's going on out there?
The Vermilion bird crystal is fully restored. Magic readings in all sectors. Wait, point 68. A Lassie? A Vermilion bird Lassie! I've lost contact with the 204th and 208th.
Get our men out of there! Attention all units in Dominion territory. Halt all military operations, and withdraw at once!
Retreat! Retreat!
Send HQ a code 991. We're transitioning to Operation Northern Dawn.
Sir!
To come this far just to be turned back.
6 hours into the operation, Rubrum's Agito Cadet Class 0 achieved its objective, and the Dominion succeeded in taking back its territory. It was here that Class 0 made its first mark in the pages of history.
And maybe later we'll get to meet who half those people are.
Misfortune has befallen academia and the Dominion at large. The Militesi Empire has broken the quadripartite Crystal States Pact, which was forged through the courage and wisdom of our forebearers. Because of this deplorable, gravely unwarranted, and unforgivable breach of faith, we have all lost many friends and loved ones. And yet, here I stand before you, proof that your strength of heart, your pure and noble desire to protect our beloved Rubrum and the Vermilion bird crystal was strong enough to win academia back from our enemy. I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to the valiant warriors who accomplished this great feat. However, we must also not forget those who fell in this terrible battle.
We shall drive out the Militesi forces that still unlawfully occupy our territories and liberate our villages, cities, and citizens that continue to suffer at the hands of the Empire. Rubrum is not in this alone. All of Orience must confront this challenge. I hope that you will all remember this as a new...
Chancellor! Anathemic readings in Lorica.
What?
One day, historians may refer to this as Tempus Finis.
Nonsense. This is not the beginning of the end. It is the first ray of hope, one that we've brought forth.
In 842 RG, an Ultima bomb, powerful enough to obliterate an entire continent, was dropped on the Black Peristilium in Lorica. In the blink of an eye, the Lorican Alliance, which had stood proud for 700 years, was completely erased from the continent of Orience.
Raise the Vermilion banner.
Chapter 2. Hey guys, sorry about the audio last time. I accidentally set it way too close to the microphone. My bad.
Fearing an attack with a second Ultima bomb, the Kingdom of Concordia, home to the Azure Peristilium, began defending the airspace over its territory and that of the Dominion of Rubrum. Concerned the war might spread to other nations, Concordia sought an immediate cessation of hostilities, but was rejected outright by the Dominion of Rubrum. With large portions of land occupied by the Empire, the Dominion was reluctant to accept a ceasefire, as that would be a silent concession to the Empire's act of aggression. The Consortium of Eight, Rubrum's supreme ruling council, spent several days debating how to recover their lost territory.
With our force's current state, do you really believe we can defeat the Empire in a full-scale conflict?
We'll have to abandon our outer territories and focus on defending the capital and retaking key strategic areas.
We can make up for our disadvantage in numbers with l'Cie. The Empire already unleashed a l'Cie on us during this invasion. We're lucky that it wasn't a Primus. If they want to throw dirt at us, I say we just throw it right back at them.
My, you've quite the sense of humor. Do you really think a l'Cie would accede to the wishes of the Consortium?
Why not? The Vermilion bird crystal was attacked by an enemy l'Cie. It was put in danger. There's no way that its l'Cie could refuse to aid us in this situation.
And if the l'Cie operated by that logic, you might actually have a point.
Only the Vermilion bird crystal has the power to direct the l'Cie to help us. And the wills or won'ts surrounding that do not a productive discussion make.
Might I offer a suggestion? I understand the cadets who were involved in the liberation of the capital were unaffected by the jammer and managed to repel the White Tiger l'Cie. Can we create more soldiers with the same magic technology used to create them?
Sorry I'm late. You can't simply repeat what I've done with the children. And the tech itself is classified. Disclosure is out of the question.
Dr. Aracia, have you learned anything about the crystal jammer?
Very little, I'm afraid. I can say with certainty, though, that no human could operate the jammer. It would take a l'Cie. However, my scanners haven't detected any major disruptions since Lorica's little disappearing act. Based on the data, I believe that something has happened to the l'Cie, and the jammer is inoperable.
Even if that's true, do you have an actual plan to get us out of this current mess?
Just deploy the cadets. Huh? I believe that is the best way to turn the tide of battle without compromising our defenses.
Undeniably, the Agito cadets would make for a potent implement of war, but...
Would it not be seen as an expansion of the role of those defending the Peristilium?
Oh, if the l'Cie won't help us, what choice do we have?
Very well. Shall we defer to the Chancellor's judgment?
The Dominion's very existence is imperiled. Each of us will be put to trial. Even the Agito cadets. And if Rubrum is at stake, they would welcome those challenges.
Very well, then. Shall we make it official?
If you're lost, don't worry. That's just normal for Final Fantasy now. You need a glossary to play these games at this point. Anyone gonna talk to me right off the bat? Not yet. So, this is Ace. He appears to be the leader of this little group. I believe we are the Agito Cadets. I assume that's who we're talking about here. That's why the game was originally called Agito until it became Type-0. And so they're trying to deploy. Their plan is to deploy us, who I assume at this point in the story, based on what we've gotten so far, I think that our special ability, what sets us apart, is that we're able to use magic even when magic forces are being dampened, or at least that seemed to be what happened when we were able to use our abilities even when their jammer was in place. So, I can answer one quick question about something, at least I can try. Assuming this game uses the same rules as Final Fantasy XIII, I can tell you that the l'Cie, and how this works here is that, basically every city has its own great, powerful crystal. It's like a deity or a god that sort of rules that thing. It seems to be sentient, although it doesn't necessarily communicate directly or have understandable, desires and things like that, so it is sort of like this unspeaking deity. But what it does is it'll randomly take human beings and kind of enslave them, basically. It makes them super powerful, but they're also subjected to their will. So like basically they have to figure out what their mission is as assigned by the great crystal, which I believe was called a fal'Cie, if I remember correctly. When they enslave humans to their will, they become super powerful l'Cie, which is what we saw earlier. That's what Lightning and all of the main characters of Final Fantasy XIII are. They're essentially slaves to some kind of crystal. And so I assume that in this world, each of the cities we're talking about that have all these opposing forces, I assume each of them is their own community built around their own l'Cie and their own crystal. In 13, it was a place called Cocoon. And in each one, it's just a city built around a fal'Cie that's going to protect its own dominion. So that's why it's unusual that a l'Cie would attack our city, because they're meant to be servants and guardians of the individual cities. So it's like setting the Coast Guard to attack a foreign nation. Like that's not necessarily what the role is they're supposed to fulfill. And so that's what's going on here. And so it looks like they're going to use us to retaliate. And we'll see how that goes. So it looks like that's one of my crew members. Aki. Wow, I didn't believe the rumors about crimson-clad cadets thrashing the white tiger l'Cie, but here you are, Class 0 in the flesh. I'm Aki from Class 1st. It's an honor. Why don't I show you around? This is Academia, home to the Vermilion Peristyllium. Your homeroom should be just through the entrance and down the hall to the left. Welcome to Persona 4. You haven't met with your CO yet, have you? You won't be officially registered as a cadet until you do, so I would head there first. Follow the mark on your map to reach the next destination. I'm not officially a cadet yet? I thought that was the whole... Wow, okay, I did all that without being an official cadet yet. Way to go me. Our privileges come with plenty of responsibilities too, but we cadets are all here to look out for each other, so don't be a stranger. Kind of bummed out we're having reading, just because I thought the whole mission being totally voice acted at the beginning made me think that maybe this whole game would be voice acted. I keep waiting for a Final Fantasy game to do that. JRPGs just sort of accept that you can go back and forth between having voice acting and being all text without any particular justification, whereas Western RPGs are pretty much dedicated to voice acting at this point, and I wouldn't mind that being normal. So they want me to go to... Oh, okay. So I have a map telling me where to go. So I want to head up through this room. See where this takes me. I imagine that any loading this game has to do is probably severely reduced compared to the Vita version. Hi, so welcome to the Peristyllium. It's a striking visual for sure. And there's a Kupo. I mean a Moogle. 5th class Moogle. I'm not trying to start something, but my bros have been pumping some mad iron lately, Kupo. They're totally determined to prove they're just as good as you dudes. Oh, Final Fantasy. I could do it. I don't really need the Chocobos and Koopos to be in every game, but I mean the Moogles, but they insist. They already have a consistent art style and thematic and, you know, themes and gameplay elements. They don't necessarily need to use the same creatures, but that's fine. Dr. Areshia Al-Rashia. There you are, Ace. I've been waiting for you, darling. Before you officially register as a cadet, there's something your mother would like you to know. I have to warn you that 2 new cadets will be joining you dears in Class 0. You may don the same crimson capes, but don't be fooled, they are nothing like you. You've been doing an excellent job collecting Phantoma. Those 2 new kids will be assisting in the harvest, but they don't know what Phantoma is, and I would prefer if they remain unaware. Other than you 12, only a handful of elite researchers are privy to the information about the Phantoma. You dears receive certain privileges because you're special, but those 2 new ones are not. Our research is strictly confidential, and I would hate for any secrets to get out, so do your poor mother a favor and keep this information to yourself. You'll do that for me, won't you, darling? Is that going to be those 2 characters we met that witnessed what we were doing in the previous area? Those might be the 2 new recruits? They got full voice acting and like on-screen attention, so I get the feeling that the 2 people that saw us fight the big bad guy might be the ones that are going to join us now. Do I have any ability points to I do not have AP to spend. Okay. So here's the level of the group. Let's see. So some of us have numbers and some of us don't. So we have Ace. So we have 1, 2. Trey is going to be 3. Cinque. Keter. These might be a whole bunch of different words that mean different numbers, and I don't necessarily know all of them. 7, 8, 9. There's no 10 in a house of in cards, but we have the Jack, the Queen, and the King. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have the full set of 9 plus 3 face cards. So these must mean. So these names must mean 4, 5, 6. I just don't necessarily know the language. I know Cinque. That's about it. That's fine though. So everyone has an AP to spend except for me. I'll go ahead and I'll sit that out for now. I don't need to sit here and manually promote 12 characters. So we'll deal with them when they're actually on missions on a case-by-case basis. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Classroom 0. Well, what would we be here? Is that our lecturer? Or a classmate?
Alright, let's cut through the formalities. I am now your commanding officer, Kurasame.
Commanding officer?
Yes. As of this moment, you are under my command. The authorization came directly from Arch-Sorceress Aurashia Al-Rashia.
From Mother?
Hey. Take a hike, yo. We only take orders from Mother. Got it? You're not wanted here, yo. Ow, you son of a bitch, that hurt!
That's enough!
This guy is pretty tough.
Not for long!
He said it was Mother's decision. Are you saying you won't follow Mother's orders?
Satisfied? Good. Henceforth, you will execute Dominion missions under my command. When you have no assignment, you will live here, at Academia, with the other cadets.
On campus?
Yes.
We never had to do that before. Why start now?
Does that come from Mother, too?
Yes. Those are Dr. Areishia's orders. Also, Cadet Machina, Cadet Rem, enter.
Called it.
2 new cadets have been assigned to Class 0, starting today.
Machina Kunigiri. Hello.
Rem Tokimiya. Nice to meet you. Let me guess. Chaperones?
Your time is yours until you receive further orders. I have high hopes for you. May the crystal guide you.
Good to see you again. Thanks for the assist the other day.
Yeah. Thanks so much for helping us out. Seriously, though, I can't believe Class 0 is real. Why, my friends and I were sure yourselves were just one of Academia's urban legends now we were. And you're so powerful. Just 3 of you took down a l'Cie. Oh, which reminds me. Why were you able to use your weapons in magic?
Wait, we're just cutting away from that? We're not gonna... I want to talk about that. They were about to talk about like why were you able to use your weapons when the magic was jammed, and then they just cut away. I didn't press anything. I did not skip the cutscene. It just ran away without me.
We can do it.
We have so many characters to keep track of. All right, so Deuce. I just want to call her 2. I don't like saying Deuce. Ordinarily, conjurers have to give their lives in order to summon eidolons, but special eidolons don't require any sacrifice of the sort. What a relief! If we're gonna immediately establish special eidolons that don't need to be where you don't need anyone to die to summon them, why not? Why isn't that just what every eidolon does? Like, why even establish ones where you have to sacrifice people? Unless that's maybe it'll come up later. But if we already can, if right off the bat we already have specials, it just seems to defeat the purpose of that story mechanic. King. Never went into a classroom when I came here with Mother, so this is what they look like. So they just didn't cooperate at all, apparently. So this Moogle he's here. He can't be our professor because I assume Kakashi is. I'm calling him Kakashi because he's at the front of this circular classroom and he's got a face mask, and I may have already forgotten his his K name.
Starting today, I'll be relaying mission information and instructions from the Dominion.
Kupo.
I am the Military Operation Organization and Guidance Logistics Expert.
Kupo.
Moogle for short, Kupo. Some prefer to call me the Military Operation Guide, or MOG, Kupo. You can call me whatever you want. I hope to be of service, Kupo.
Whatever I want? How about... Moglin! 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 Lin!
No, Kupo. No Lin, Kupo. Besides, I do have a proper name, Kupo.
What is it?
Atskamine Lotayosna Iribolchi, Kupo.
That's too hard. Moglin's good enough.
Good enough? Kupo.
Yeah, take that, culture. To get to the cemetery... Why are we starting off with the cemetery immediately? Okay. Head out that door over there and through the rear garden, Kupo. Many brave men and women gave their lives for us in the liberation. You should offer them a prayer of thanks, Kupo. After all, you can't start thinking about the future until you pay homage to the past, Kupo. What are we doing? Oh, info. There's even more over here. If you're disoriented, don't worry. I'm sure this game will make more sense about 20 episodes in. That's just how this this series seems to work now. What kind of info do we get here?
Hi there. I don't believe we've met before. My name is Deuce.
King.
Arya.
What?
Arya.
So, your name is Arya?
I'm gonna need you to speak up. I'm gonna need you to speak up so much. Also, I didn't get any info besides, I guess your name is technically info, but I don't think I'd accept that as the advertising I was promised. Do you need supplies, or could I buy stuff from you if you're done with it? Wait, what? What? It's listed as info, but it's a store. You buy ethers and potions here, and you can sell. I don't want to look into that right now. I don't know enough about our items to make decisions about what to buy and what to keep. Need to learn that over time, but I was not expecting that to be a commissary. Equip an item from the field menu and use it with down. Okay, I'll do that later. For now, let's just head towards the cemetery, because it's apparently our top priority. This isn't the cemetery, is it? Doesn't seem like any bodies are here. This is my goal, though, so I must have to just talk to someone around here. Who are these people? Oh, that's 9, right?
Hey, you eat yet?
So, what the hell was up with that feathered freak we ran into during the liberation? So he's one of the guys I used during the last mission. I can't remember if he was in the first group or the second group. Like, there was someone who had a jump attack, and there was someone I used in the final fight, and I think they were different people. We have a lot of blonde characters to keep track of.
How may I enlighten you?
Trey. What in Orience is Sid Alstein thinking? I thought his crystal jammer was heinous enough, but the Ultima bomb is simply inexcusable. Oh god. So the Sid of this universe apparently is... he's basically the Einstein of this universe. He created the atom bomb, and it seems like they wiped out an entire civilization, so that's a great start. It's a very happy story so far. Which is why we're going to a cemetery.
What is this place? It's called a cemetery.
What's a cemetery?
Here we carve the names of the fallen, so their legacies may live on.
Because we are unable to retain memories of those who die before us.
But I heard that the crystal removes our memories to help us, so that the living won't be tied down to the dead.
That's why we leave our knowing tags behind before we go to battle, as proof that we lived. If no one comes to pick up a tag, it means that person died.
Then that name is engraved here, as the name of someone who died for the Vermilion bird. I always make sure to write down the names of everyone that I meet, or go out on a mission with. Then after a mission, I check to see if there are any names I don't recognize. If there are names there that I don't remember, then I come here and look for the people I once knew. But I still can't remember them.
Jesus Christ, what is this nightmare story? So the Vermilion bird deletes the memories of people when they die so you don't think about them anymore? That's horrifying. So that guy that had that really heartfelt death scene with the chocobo at the beginning of this game, no one knows that guy exists anymore. No one remembers any of that. That is some straight up horrifying storytelling. Also, this still has a question mark on it, so I guess I'm just supposed to open it again? Rem and Machina? Yeah, they just passed through here. They're probably visiting someone's grave at the cemetery. I wonder whose. Some events at Academia can only be triggered by using certain characters. Change active members at relic terminals. Oh, so I have to be a specific character to go there. Is there information about who I should be? Oh my god. So we have a pretty extensive map of the area. What happens if I click on something? The Total Geth region. Clicking does nothing. Okay. So it's just a general map. Items, the knowing tag. See, people... Wow, okay, an ID tag issued to all citizens of Rubrum at birth. So everyone basically has a social security card or a dog tag that they leave behind when they go to battle, so that when people get back, they can figure out who died, which is terrifying. Also, that means that if you just don't come back to pick up a tag, everyone just assumes you're dead, and also no one remembers you. I guess if they only remove the memories of dead people, then if someone doesn't pick up their tag but you still remember them, that means that they're not actually dead. which is at that point that would be a list of people to go hunt out to try to find because they could be missing. Although I don't know if that's how it works. It might just remove their memories in general on a regular basis. Either way, these are terrifying things. So I can go change characters at a terminal. I don't think there's one around here, is there? No. So let's go pay a visit to one of those and try to figure out who to switch to. Have you finished offering your prayers, Kupo? Let's learn how things work here at Academia, Kupo. I thought I was going to switch characters to go pay respects at that event, but maybe not? On mission day, Central Command will issue sortie orders, and you'll be on your way, Kupo. Until then, though, you can use your free time to talk to whomever and go wherever you please, Kupo. You have 12 hours of free time in one day. Pay attention to characters with the following icons. The bird icon is necessary. That's the Vermilion bird. Necessary for proceeding further in the game. Exclamation points initiates an event, but uses 2 hours of free time. Question marks offer tutorials and hints for proceeding further into the game. Info provides a particular service like selling items. So basically, I need to do exclamation points to proceed. I mean, I need to do birds to proceed, but exclamation points are special events but that consume time. So my assumption there is that they're going to have more events than I can do in 12 hours. But I'm curious about those, whether or not time passes just when I'm standing around or if it only goes forward when I do events. I'm hoping the latter, because I don't want... It would kind of suck if time's passing because I stand around in a corner for too long. When mission day arrives, your CO will call you in, Kupo. Then he'll explain your orders and you'll march off to battle, Kupo. When you're just itching to start your mission, go find Tachinami, that's Kakashi, at Central Command, Kupo. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to help. So talk to him and he'll get you ready to march right away, Kupo. You can also confirm your next sortie orders, Kupo. That way, you'll know the difficulty level of your next mission, Kupo. If you don't think you're strong enough yet, then keep training hard until mission day, Kupo. You won't learn anything in Academia if you don't know your way around, Kupo. Now that you're officially registered as a cadet, you're free to use the great portal in the entrance, Kupo. So go on and have a look around, Kupo. I have a special present for you once you've explored all of Academia, Kupo. I'm just saying Kupo so many times. Oh man. And don't be shy about chatting with other cadets, Kupo. I've got another gift for you once you see a lot of events, Kupo. I know you'll love it here at Academia, Kupo. I can't say that word anymore. I'm slowly losing my mind. Alright, so looking at the map, is there any sort of clear timer that indicates how much time I have left? I don't think that's currently in the game. Is it time to mission 6 hours? So I think they're just saying 6 hours blatantly and there's no on-screen timer, so I'm going to assume that time doesn't proceed until I do a special events. So did that show up on the map right now? Not currently. There's a pause option? Oh, you can actually pause the game. Good to know. I was concerned that that was an option.
What's this? It's a relic terminal, Kupo.
A what?
Relic. An artifact shrouded in mystery, said to be born of the Vermilion bird crystal. I've heard it has the power to manipulate time and space.
That's according to some legends, Kupo. In the Dominion, we sync them with magic and use them for data input and communication, Kupo. You can save your data and such, Kupo.
If I'm not mistaken, cadets can do all of that with the naturally occurring relics all over the world.
That's right, Kupo. If you find one, you should check it out, Kupo.
Oh god, they're acknowledging the save point like it actually exists here. I'm not used to them acknowledging them like they're real things. Alright, so since we're here, I'm going to take the opportunity to save, and we've been going for a little while, so this is going to be the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, guys, like always. I'll see you next time, and we'll figure out how we're going to proceed from here. So we're now in the more open part of the game, where instead of running down hallways and just fighting, there's actually going to be decisions and character development, and maybe some events to go hunt down. I'm on board so far. Although I have noticed that, weirdly, I think the game's pre-rendered cutscenes have been unaltered, so they're just the same versions that were on the PSP originally. So the funny side effect seems to be that the pre-rendered cutscenes actually look worse than the in-game graphics. So it keeps doing pre-rendered cutscenes when it wants to show specific effects, but then it cuts away from those, and the colors look better and the images look crisper when we're just in the normal world because it's being rendered in a much more powerful console than a PSP, as it turns out. Granted, the pre-rendered cutscenes were also more powerful than the PSP, but they're probably smaller resolution and much older. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching like always, and I'll see you next time.